She saw I still had a few women floating around, and she had got to the point where women do, where they love you faster than you love them. You know what I mean? They just into you quicker than you're into them. So she looked on a text mail. I had a text message from somebody. We didn't really go together. She says, I can't take this no more. I don't want to be with you. And I said, really, let's be honest, we're really not together. So, all right, I'll say this. Let's be together now. And it's been great. Once I decided, like, okay, I'm going to have a girlfriend. She's good people, man. I love her, but I have to teach her how to be my friend because she's a girl.
Yeah.
They don't know how to be our friends.
But
come
wow,
on.
That's rough.
But you didn't have to teach your woman how to be your friend.
Yeah, it's true. Like, basically, in a relationship that's good, that has the proper dynamics, the man is molding the girl in his image. He's helping her to change in a way that is appealing to him, right? Women take the shape of the container that they're in.
How to be your girlfriend, not be a girlfriend, be yours.
But be
That's
a
right.
friend besides your girlfriend.
Yes, teach her how to be a damn dude.
That kind of just comes over time, though, you know?
And
like
time and mental abuse. Once she starts,
it really doesn't, right? It really doesn't, unless there's active effort on your part. As Donovan Sharp said, women are inherently self-destructive. So if you're not directing them properly, they'll implode.
Knock her down a little bit.
Knock it down a little bit. Build it back up until you're
because I'm sure, you know, some of the stuff that you're used to doing isn't so fun for her.
Yeah, but a happy man usually means a happy woman, and not vice versa. A happy woman a lot of times means an unhappy
Right.
man.
All right, well,
exactly.
Speaking of love, we got a love story for everybody.
Never mind, fellas. I ain't saying shit. I'm sorry. I'm fucking so tired, man.
Get back to that Sharper Image catalog.
Were you up all night fucking some poor girl who just wants to be held on a dildo swing?
No, I'm in love with my girl now. I told you, dude. I don't cheat no more and shit.
Okay.
I'm in love. I'm trying to do right. Even though that chair, boy, we did have a good time. I almost came inside of for the first time.
The Liberator, yeah.
Yep.
The sex couch. You're loving the Liberator, right?
Oh, the Liberator is. I'm not even bullshitting, man. It almost. It's like I almost came. You know, I never almost come in. I always pull out and try to violate a civil rights. You know, just spray it down a little bit. And
Hey, is she on the pill or no?
What?
Is she on the pill?
Nah, she wants to get married.
And whatever. So Greg called up Patrice. So Patrice is stepping up big time. So Patrice and Caroline's all weekend long. Patrice O'Neal, very funny guy.
Really funny.
Let's say hi to Bob Kelly.
Oh,
Bob.
Yeah.
Hi, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
That fucking jackass he is.
Who,
He really
Patrice?
doesn't- you know, I just told my girlfriend the other day.
And for.
It's Bert Convy here from Whiteback.
What's up?
boys?
Hey, man.
Oh, Bert Convy hair. Very good.
Very good.
What do you think is going to cost more, the fucking tattoos on Lizard Man or the fucking therapy to make Patrice normal again? We need an insurance man to evaluate that.
I don't know. He's just like
Listen to me.
his relationship. It's beyond me. Like we spoke about it at the Halloween party for a while.
Yeah, these guys don't understand that Patrice was like really pro at managing relationships. Anyway, yeah, I'm just trying to find like.
I'm amazed by
Let's
you.
see.
We're in the same boat here. We don't like going shopping.
Well,
Christmas shopping.
We're lucky that we have weird hours, so I've been hitting the stores after the show a little bit.
Oh, you've actually been doing shopping.
Yeah, I got
I'm amazed by you.
A lot of kids.
Here we go.
That's why there's
Finally.
a lot of murder, a lot of bad shit happening. Now, this poor little girl, I'm not saying she deserved to die or anything like that. I'm saying that you can't interfere with parents when they have to do what they have to fucking do with their children. Even with motherfuckers like this, you just don't know what abuse is.
So you're saying, like obviously, in a perfect world, you would be able to distinguish what she was going through.
What she was going through.
To a guy that's getting a beating thrown to him because he likes to burn shit up.
Yes.
But with the system that's in place, you can't distinguish that. So they'd be taking kids away.
They take kids away, and the parents aren't allowed exact the proper discipline, man, the proper fear. I didn't stop flinching when my mother came at me till I was about 14. And that's when she said, okay, I'm done. She ran in there. I was playing chess, and she used to call me, Patrice, come here. And one day I didn't come quick enough, and she came in and hit me with a broom, and I was playing chess with my boy. And then the mental fear was gone, where I go, wow, Moms, that just didn't hurt.
It's over.
And you can see her shoulders slump like,
my job is done. My job is done here.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the heliosblog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. If you're new to the channel, liking the content, hit that sub, hit all for notifications. If you'd like to support me, I do have a Patreon with exclusive content, patreon.com/theheliosblog. Just go there and subscribe. You can also drop me a donation like Tom M here. Link is in the description. Let's continue.
Good luck, sweetie. Good luck.
The last beating. I did what I could.
Like she just was whap whap. Didn't you hear me? Like the same old. Didn't you hear me call you with the same rhythm? And I just like, come on, this is getting hacked, Moms. And my boy wasn't scared because usually your mother hits you in front of your friends and they go, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like he looked and I looked like we're in the middle of a heated game of chess, Moms.
Mom, could you please take your stick and leave? We're busy here.
That's all you got? That's all you got?
So it's like this. I don't want to get the wrong. Sometimes I don't have the words I need to express the situation because I say some fucked up shit, but I never say no little girl deserves to die.
Nah.
But I'm saying that I think sometimes it's like those sacrifices to be able to have people discipline their kids so that they don't fucking grow up and be out of control psychopaths, man.
Well, there's a lot of brats out there these days. So
Indeed. That would describe 2023 in a nutshell. Out of control psychopaths running around because of poor parenting, because nobody has, well, not nobody, but so many people don't have men in the house anymore. Right? Disaster.
There's a lot of kids, you see them shaking them in the mall, cursing them out, and people go, oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's not, or your buddy, if you curse your girl out and somebody goes, dude, man, she's your girl, she's a nice girl, and then you go, you don't tell me how to fucking raise my bitch. It's like, she's nuts, and I need to talk to her like this sometimes.
That's hilarious. And sadly, sometimes. Anyway, let's continue.
You hear that? Raise my bitch. Now, a lot of people out there are going, wow, Patrice has a kid? He's talking about his girlfriend.
My girl, yeah. Don't tell me how to raise my girlfriend, motherfucker.
No, it's true. You teach your girl how to treat you. And if you don't teach her how to treat you, she's going to self-destruct. She's going to treat you however she wants and destroy herself and you.
You're a bitch.
It's not my no, I don't have no kids, but I'm just saying it's like people that interfere with how you do things in your home, and it's like, you know what? In retrospect, you fucked up, motherfucker. You killed your kid. Yeah. But during the situation,
you know what's amazing? The most amazing part of that story, that blacks play chess.
Oh wow! What is this even?
In sports, they gave what's his name 5 days for going into the stands to protect his wife.
Yeah, I know about things that happened.
No, I know. You know the big story. I guess they had to do that though. You can't start a precedent. You can't have
a no tolerance policy, which I can't stand. The no tolerance policy. It's like a kid brings a pretzel to school, bites it to look like a gun, points it at somebody, and they suspend him for a week. Yeah, that's silly.
That's it might be bordering on that Nazi discipline, but you know what? He did go in the stands. It's clear. You can't make like decisions.
Case basis. What happened to the case by case basis? When you run into the stands because you were laying down and some bonehead throws a fucking soda at you and you start pummeling a guy that you think was him, then there's a problem.
So you're saying extenuating circumstance. This is very.
Why can't we can't. These days, we're full of zero tolerance. What happened to case by case? It doesn't happen anymore in court. It doesn't happen anywhere. We talked about it with divorce.
This is an unprecedented opinion by a white guy.
Oh,
by the way.
I enjoy the case by case.
I've never heard a white guy say
I'm a big case by case guy too.
I've never heard this from white people before.
I don't like that.
Lock them up and
he did A.
Whatever.
So let's look at what A gets down the little flow chart and.
Again, how would this be related to a modern 2023 culture? Well, in 2023, men are not allowed to say anything that goes against women, right? And what's funny is that Patrice, he's saying like real talk, right? And then these other two guys are like, they're very feminized in their conditioning, right? Like, you can hear it. Like, they just don't understand at all, like, any of these RP ideas of, like, you know, training your girl or whatever. They don't understand it at all. And in fact, if you hear them talking to each other when Patrice isn't around, they're like, this guy, like, they talk about him like he's crazy, right? Like, but, like, he just understands how women work, which is a little bit crazy.
And he's got to go here, here, here. You know, it's bullshit.
But his wife, and I said this before even reading the fucking thing. I know his wife started the fucking thing.
All right.
I can't imagine. First of all, okay, he's in Chicago, an obscure, let's face it, obscure ass Antonio 47-year-old Davis, right? Just a role play on the Knicks. Now he's in Chicago. What fucking guy go? Oh shit! I see a black woman and some kids. You know what? That's probably Antonio Davis' wife. I'm going to fuck with her. No. Yeah. He was booing. He was going, Antonio Davis sucks. You suck when you was here, you big Buddha Buddha. And she goes, that's my motherfucking husband. Suck my dick. And that's his children. And up in his fucking face. This is why, like, again, you think I don't like women. I love them, and this is why I'm hard. My girl asked me the same goofy shit last night. Would you come into the stands and that? No. Fucking no. Because I know you got a big mouth. And what guy just says, you're Patrice's fucking girl, you fucking... She's gonna be protective of people saying her husband stinks. Yeah. And that's what happened. But, you know, he should have stayed in... Stop being in love so much, motherfuckers.
That was not the issue. The issue was... people can talk all they like, right? They can talk all they like. Talk is cheap. Like, that's what it is. Talk is cheap. Let him talk. Let him chirp. Who cares? Like, if sticks and stones, like, if words can hurt you, you're not a man. Like, the amount of times that I've been told, you know, like how trash I am for my commentary, or, you know, I don't like this, I don't like that. You know, if I like shed a crocodile tear, you know, on TikTok every time that happened, you know, like come on, I can take it. Like, I actually find it hilarious when people are like, you know, saying crap about me. I'm like, you have no idea, like what you're even saying. You're just, you know, you're just emotionally reacting. It makes you look weak. It doesn't make me look bad. Like, I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hilarious. But anyway, most people, they have trouble with this sort of attitude of, you know, letting the words just roll off you. Talk is cheap. Who cares what the guy says? It really doesn't matter. Oh, you think I'm a loser? Okay. And? Like, I'm still better than you. It doesn't matter what you say. Right? Like, it's like the barking chihuahua, right? Like, what do I care what a chihuahua has to say or do? Okay. Anyway. Mental point of origin. This is by Rolo Tomasi. I'm working another contract gig for the next few months, and recently I had an interesting encounter with a new girl on my team. She's 34, Japanese, and maybe an HB 6.5 to 7. Over the summer, she hooked up with a guy here who she had a somewhat monogamous relationship with until he transferred into Australia last August. This girl is in love with this guy who's not aloof to her and not fully indifferent, but he sets himself as his first priority and never considered turning down his transfer in order to continue anything with her. The guy has nothing special to look at, no muscle definition, kind of fat, thin, if you know what I mean, but pasty white ginger, not out of shape but not in shape, maybe 5'11". She cannot shut up about what a real man he is. She bought a $2,200 ticket to visit him for a week and a half in January and has made a personalized calendar as a gift for him and has all photos of all these events they shared together over the summer, every month with a heartfelt description of something she loves about him included. To her, this guy is alpha as F. On Tinder, this guy will be a left swipe 100% of the time. His attitude is indifferent alpha, but he's self-concerned. This girl idolizes him. Granted, there's a lot more going on here to consider. Her being well past the epiphany phase, necessitous and urgently wanting to consolidate on a long-term monogamy makes this guy into an idealized prospect. Thus, he became her alpha, if not anyone else's. Granted, it's mostly situational. She thinks she wants to have kids with them, and that 34 clock is about to expire. But she has to come to him literally and figuratively. However, although the guy is definitely a contextual alpha, he's got a genuine alphish bearing that translates into him being self-aware of his condition and really not giving a damn what anyone else might think. He's got total frame control, but it's not intentional control, and that natural casualness of indifference only makes her want to please him that much more. There may be a cultural element to this as well, but to hear her talk about other lesser men, it's apparent she's been very much westernized in a sense of entitlement. Self-concern without self-awareness. People think I'm crazy to hold up a guy like Corey Worthington as the example of an alpha Buddha, but this guy is the unpracticed self-aware, the same mojo as Corey. Personally, I was at my most alpha when I didn't realize I was. That's not Zen, it's just doing what came natural to me at that point in my life, when I had next to nothing materially. Only a marginal amount of social proof, but a strong desire to enjoy women for the sake of just enjoying them in spite of it. I've mentioned before, the most memorable bedroom fun I've had has been when I was flat broke. It didn't matter that I lived in a 2-room studio in North Hollywood, where I had beer and mac and cheese in the fridge. I got laid, and I had women come to me for it. It didn't take my doing anything for a woman to get laid or hold her interest. All I did was make myself my mental point of origin. It's when I started putting women as a goal, making them into more than just a source of enjoyment, that I transferred that mental point of origin to her, and I became the necessitous one. A lot of guys will call that being needy, and I suppose it is, but it's a neediness that results from putting women as your first thought, your mental point of origin. I've used this term in a few posts, so I thought it deserved a bit more explanation. Your mental point of origin is really your own internalized understanding about how you yourself fit into your own understanding of your frame. If frame is the dominant narrative of a relationship, your mental point of origin is the import and priority to which you give to the people and or ideas involved in that relationship. It's the first thought you have when considering any particular of a relationship, and it's often so ingrained in us that it became an autonomous mental process. For most of us, our understanding of that point of origin develops when we're children. Kids are necessarily selfish, sometimes cruel and greedy because our first survival instinct is to naturally put ourselves as our mental point of origin. Only later with parenting and learning social skills do we begin to share, cooperate, empathize, and sympathize as our mental point of origin shifts to putting the concern of others before our own. Young boys are generally very, very alpha because of this unlearned self-importance. This is the source of the almost Zen-like matter-of-fact alpha bearing of Corey Worthington. As I said, he's not a man anyone ought to aspire to, but he's an alpha without intent or self-awareness. There is a first thought balance we have to maintain in pro-social respect in order to develop healthy relationships. The problem we run into today is one in which boys are largely raised to be the men who provide more than they need to in order to establish a future family. That learned, conditioned mental point of origin is almost always focused outward and onto the people he hopes will reciprocate by placing them as their own point of origin. Natural feminine solipsism makes this exchange a losing prospect. Women are both raised and affirmed by vast social mechanism, and not just encourages them to put themselves as their mental point of origin, but it shames and ostracizes them for placing it on someone or something other than themselves. By now, I'm sure that much of this comes off as some encouragement towards a retaliatory selfishness or narcissism, but putting oneself as his own point of origin doesn't have to mean antisocial or sociopathic. It requires a conscious decision to override an internalized understanding of oneself, but by placing yourself as your mental point of origin, you're better positioned to help others and judge who's worth that effort. It often requires some emotional trauma for men to realign themselves as their own point of origin, and I feel this is a necessary part of unplugging. But the real challenge is how you deal with this trauma in an RP-aware state. If you are to kill the beta, the first step is placing yourself as your mental point of origin. So my weekend discussion question is this: are you your own mental point of origin? Is your first inclination to consider how something in your relationship will affect you, or your girlfriend, or your wife, or your family, or your boss? When men fall into relationships with authoritarian, feminine primary women, the first thought about any particular of their action is how his woman will respond to it, not his own involvement or his motivations. Are you a peacekeeper? Do you worry about putting yourself as your own first priority and that it'll turn a woman off, or do you think it will engage her more fully? Are you concerned that doing so may lead to your own form of solipsism, or do you think enlightened self-interest serves your best interests and those with whom you want to help or become intimate with? So guys, mental point of origin. Enlightened self-interest. Put the gas mask on yourself first before you put it on the child in the airplane.
This is we've touched on this subject in a different area. The movies, the movie theater, or any time you're out. If your chick starts shit with someone, and you're looking like, oh boy,
you know whose fault that is?
You gotta step in.
You know whose fault that is?
Yours.
Why?
You gotta learn how to raise your girlfriends better.
Yeah, if she is starting crap with somebody, I would apologize to the guy and take my girl aside, and my girl would be in for some crap. Because she's starting stuff. She's trying to get you to fight on her behalf. She's using you as a tool. And it's very disrespectful. Yeah. The guy would even appreciate that you understood that she was starting stuff and you de-escalated.
Just gonna let your chick get maybe slapped.
No.
Or something.
My girl closes her fucking mouth because every
That's
time
right.
I see somebody behave in a certain way, like I point at a girl, I go, sweetie, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. If I step back, this particular man that you think you're entitled to talk to in a certain way will punch you through a fucking wall. You can't beat him up.
Yeah.
So if you can't beat him up, shut your mouth.
Literally.
Shut up.
Yep.
Don't ever come out of pocket with some fucking guy.
Yep.
But just being a human being, you've never had that happen. I talked about.
No, I've never had that in my life happen. My girl has never started anything with anyone. Never. And if she does, I will de-escalate her. I will not escalate with the guy she's starting stuff with. Because it's idiotic. Why would I put him at risk, myself at risk, for my girl's pride? No. Ridiculous notion.
This a while ago, I was in a Brooklyn movie theater. A whole row of Puerto Ricans were in there. Whole family. I mean, from grandpa down to the whining little fucking, just out of the womb, already pierced ears, fucking little Puerto Rican kid.
Who's already talking at the movies?
Oh, already yapping at the movies. And a woman who just wouldn't shut the fuck up about, it was Mission Impossible 2. Tom Cruise is on the screen.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, Tom Cruise. What I would do to him. Let me tell. And we're like right there, right next to him. You reach a point as a human where your sense goes out of your head. Now, I hadn't reached that point yet because I know I'm scoping the scene out. I'm scoping it, so I'm beyond just the woman yelling. I'm looking at the whole row going, they are all together. There are men in there, probably with knives. I'm not fucking with this. My girlfriend turns around, and she had reached the point beyond, excuse me, could you be quiet? Hey, we're watching a movie. Now, she went right up to, hey, could you shut the fuck up? And the girl goes, oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah. So if my girl does that, I would, first of all, I would apologize to them. I would get up, take my girl, and walk out of the theater. Because it's so embarrassing. She doesn't deserve to watch the movie anymore. That's my opinion. That's what I would do. That is so disrespectful.
Oh, no, you did. Anthony, see, this is, just keep your story, just keep it in your head.
Yeah.
Immediately, that's your girl's fucking fault.
Immediately.
No way she should open her fucking mouth.
But I'm like,
a family of Puerto Ricans.
I'm like Bush with Iraq. I can't just leave.
No, you can't leave.
I can't just pull out my forces.
She put you in a bad
I don't
spot.
deny that. I don't deny her. The Puerto Rican's boyfriend turned around to me and then went, oh, you put her in battle mode. I'm like,
that's hilarious.
Oh, shit, she's in battle mode. My chick, she's not gonna fight this Puerto Rican woman, and the family now is turning around and I'll smack that smile off your fucking face, motherfucker. That's what it turned into, and brave me had to get up, find the usher, and find another theater the movie was playing in.
Yes, you did.
I had to flee the situation.
You did the intelligent
Thank
thing.
you, Patrice.
That's right. No, absolutely. That is exactly the move. And actually, the move is even further. You get mad not at her. You get mad at your girl. How dare you start stuff with this family here? Yes, they were being rude, but you escalated the situation. Apologize to them. Get up. Take your girl out of there. And we're not watching the movie again. No. We're not watching it. Because you don't deserve to watch it. Because you started crap at the theater. She has to think about the consequences of her actions. Absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance we'd be watching that movie again. And in fact, I would even go so far as to not go to the theater with her for a few months afterwards. Just so she understands that this is a privilege that you get going out with me to the theater. You don't just get it for any kind of behavior. I take good girls out to see movies, not girls that act like this. Okay, anyway, I'm already heated. Sorry, guys. All right, here's a post from Relationship Advice posted 4 hours ago. He's 45, stopped initiating bedroom fun with his wife who's 46. Already red flag, the girl's older. My wife and I have been together for 8 years, married for 3. One kid who's 3-ish. I used to flirt with her all the time. I'd initiate bedroom fun a few times a week, and it usually happened once or twice. That was then. For the last 2 years, she always turns me down. Sometimes right away, sometimes maybe later, which never leads to anything. I haven't initiated in about 6 months, and either she hasn't noticed or is just quietly glad I'm not asking. I still flirt, but mostly feel like she just tolerated it. I brought it up with her a couple of times last year and got variations of, well, I don't want to if I'm not in the mood. I never push her to do anything, but I'm getting seriously frustrated. She initiates about once a month, so at least there's that. But at this point, I don't even enjoy it because I'm feeling resentment. Anyone in the same situation? Yeah, you're in a dead bedroom. So here's what you do. You pull away. No touch, no physical contact, no bedroom fun at all, and you go and get a girlfriend. And if you can't get a girlfriend, if you can't get a side girl, then you're going to work out and get your mind right until you can. Because no man deserves to be treated like this. Yeah, she's just not attracted to you. She's using you as the beta male. She slept with Chad for 20, what? You got married, you've been married for 8 years and you're 45. So what is that, 37 plus 8, right? 30. So you got married at 37. And what, she was 38? Yeah, so she'd been sleeping with Chad for 18 years, right? Or even more, 20 years. And then you're the safe beta male to have children with, to consolidate on on her provisioning. So, no. Time to get a girlfriend. Time to get a girl who's hell yes for you and not this garbage. And when she sees that she has competition, it's either going to be a divorce, in which case, good riddance, or she's going to get her crap together. All right, top comment, 18 upvotes. Dude, why haven't you sat down for a serious conversation with her about this, honest to goodness, sitting and stewing in resentment while counting the months until she notices it's horrible? You can't do that to your marriage. This is relatively new. You should be trying to work it out. No. No working it out with words. No negotiating desire. No. You're going out, you're getting a girlfriend. Yeah. And then here's the, I don't want to if I'm not in the mood. Maybe you should investigate why she's never in the mood. I have many ideas why a mother of 3 could lose interest in bedroom fun, but I don't know your individual situation. What do you both do actively to be emotionally intimate? How do you show each other love and appreciation? How often do you spend quality time together? So what she's saying is, it's your fault, man. And by the way, conveniently, her name is CatLover1312. Hilarious. All right, we're going to end the video there. Again, if you're new to the channel, liking the content, hit that sub, hit all for notifications. If you'd like to support me, I do have a Patreon with exclusive content. Patreon.com/theheliosblog. Go there and subscribe. You can also drop me a donation, like Tom M here. Shout outs to him. Thank you so much for listening, especially if you took the time to listen to the end. I really do appreciate it, guys. You guys are wonderful, and I will see you next time.